What's up, Evolites? Hafeez here again. Right, if you're in Singapore, you know that it's been a hazy situation right here because of the forest fires in Indonesia. But that's no excuse to skip your gym session. So I just came back from a pretty good bench session today. It's on my second cycle of the Candido 6-week program. I know I said I'm gonna post update videos on my experience with the program, and it's been a really busy week. It's going to be a busy week as well because of the Singapore Powerlifting Invitationals over the weekend, 3rd and 4th October, right here in Singapore in the UE Convention Centre near the Singapore Expo. So if you're around the area, be sure to check it out. So yeah, it's going to be really fun. We're going to cover that as well. There's going to be a new video coming up on the SPI probably next week or the coming few weeks. Depends on how busy I'll be. But right now, what I wish to share with you is some of my favorite exercises that I do for my bench press, to increase my bench press. These are accessory movements. I wouldn't usually load them as heavy as my main movements. These 5 exercises are the exercises that I usually do right after my bench movements, my main bench movements. These are ranked in order of difficulty. Keeping in mind there are people with different levels of strength and ability. This is the order that I feel you should incorporate these movements slowly into your bench program. Again, this is just my opinion. I find that these work for me, but if you do have other movements that have helped you increase your bench press, by all means share it with us in the comments below. So I won't waste any more time. Let's just dive into the movements right now.
Okay, so first up on my list of top 5 exercises to help improve your bench press is the dumbbell raise. They're one of the more easier movements, but by no means are they any less important than the other movements I'm about to show you. Many people underestimate the role of the delts in the bench press. What happens if they neglect their delts, at least what I find, is that you tend to have a lot of shoulder issues, and these shoulder issues will eventually impede your progress on the bench. So you want to do these, you want to target all 3 deltoid heads, the middle, the front, and the back. If you don't know how these raises are done, just Google them. I'm sure there are a lot of other videos explaining that as well. A thing to note about these raises is that you don't want to use any momentum while doing the movement. You want to really isolate that deltoid and make that move the weight for you. Okay, so you can pick up a dumbbell. Now let's see if you can pick it up and push it over your head. Next up in my list of top 5 favorite exercises for the bench press is the dumbbell press. You won't be able to load these as much as you would on a barbell because of the load distribution, but the advantage is that you'll be able to push these for high reps. The more you can do on these, the better, because they'll help to develop the other stabilizer muscles that you would use when you do a bench press. The thing I've learned about dumbbell presses is that you can never do too much of these. Even veteran lifters all have some sort of dumbbell press incorporated into the program. You know, there are literally a ton of variations for the dumbbell press. You can do it flat, you can do it inclined, you can do it, declined, supinated, pronated, elbows out, flat, elbows in, standing up, sitting down, Arnold presses, hammer presses. This movement is so versatile that there is absolutely no reason for not including it as part of your bench program. Okay, by now you hopefully have developed some semblance of pressing strength, so we can delve into the actual bench press movement, the flat bench with a barbell. This has become one of my favorite movements lately, the band press. You kind of want to load it pretty light at first. The aim of this movement is simply to improve your strength of the chest. With the inclusion of the band, it means that you'll have to push the bar with a lot more force than you would without it, just to overcome that tension, because the tension increases as you push it up. So you gotta have a strong initial push and keep the bar accelerating at a constant rate so that it doesn't get stuck, because the bar will staple you to the bench if you're not careful. So which is why I'm telling you to load it pretty light first, just to get the movement pattern in. This exercise also helps with learning the motor pattern of the bench press much more effectively, I feel, because the band will pull you out of the groove. You know, the tension will just throw you all over the place if you're not tight enough. So it teaches you to keep right in that form. There's a lot of different ways to load this exercise. You can try wrapping the band around the bench as I've done here, or you can also load the band with weights on the floor if your gym allows it. So exercise number 2 that I feel will help with your bench press is the dips. There are a lot of ways to do this exercise, a lot of variations. To engage more of the chest during dips, you want to pitch your torso a little bit forward, your legs a bit forward as well, and your elbows out, so that you engage more of the chest. You know, ideally your shoulders should dip a little bit below your elbows at the bottom position, but it's really just an issue of mobility. If you want to turn this to a triceps exercise, all you have to do is just keep your torso a bit more upright, your legs pointed out, and the elbows a little bit in. Okay, now the hardest exercise in this list is of course the pull-up. You may be able to press, but not everyone who can press is able to pull up their own body weight on a bar. So you want to develop these with a lot of variations, a lot of grips: supinated, pronated, neutral grip. If you're still not able to do a pull-up yet, develop these with a lot of lat pulldowns, but make sure you go through the whole movement, the whole contraction, and stick with it. You can also improve your pull-up with band work as well. So that's it, that's my list. If you think I have shitty form, or you have your own list of exercises that you love to do to improve your bench, let us know in the comments, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks guys.